when I took a look at some statistics with regard, economic statistics with regards to Hong Kong, and I was looking at inflation there, you guys are only at a little over 2%, 2.2. Considering some of the other numbers we talk about in places like, let's say, the U.S., where it's 8.3, 8.4, I mean, that 2.2 is nothing.
Indeed, Hong Kong has a very large component of a CPI in rental, mortgage and rental expenses. Close to 40% of the Hong Kong CPI is rental expenses. And because of the social distancing rules, because of the very difficult 3 years that we've gone through, rental expenses have come down substantially. That has offset the impact of imported inflation, especially on energy. Energy-related CPI components only represent 9% of the Hong Kong CPI. That's why you see that Hong Kong is not suffering as the whole world is suffering due to the energy price increases.
But Sebastian, I have to ask you, because of the Hong Kong dollar, U.S. dollar peg, I mean, the transmission is very, very direct, right? So as conditions tighten in the U.S., as the Fed continues hiking interest rates, one thing that we're watching, of course, is cost of funding, cost of financing for banks in Hong Kong. How concerned or how challenging is it going to be for you, do you think, and other banks for that matter?
Well, Hong Kong is still very liquid market. In fact, if you see the 1 month HIBOR rate, it has not moved at all. It's still at 18 bips. So as the interest rates in the U.S. and outside increases, Hong Kong dollar rates will have to increase accordingly. It has a lagging effect. It has always had a lagging effect. But I do expect, as the differential becomes more important, that either Hong Kong MA will have to sterilize some of the liquidity, and at the same time, funds will flow out of Hong Kong, thus pushing the Hong Kong interest rates in tandem with the dollar rate. And thereafter, we will probably have a much more normalized interest rate differentials. But I'm not concerned, because as the markets open up, and a very strong flow of IPO coming into place, we will see a substantial amount of inflows coming into the city, thus offsetting a potential outflow because of the interest rate differentials.